Welcome to the American Bustle using buttons and loops. I'm Sue with Ava's Bridal Couture in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and here I am in this video. Today I'm going to be showing you some hand positioning, a few tips I call the pacifier, which works with buttons and loops. First, there's this button here that goes flat. See that right there? And then this loop goes up and over, and that's what I call the pacifier. You're going to pull this out using these two fingers to position the fabric like so. Make that button go flat and the loop will go fully extended. Then you're going to use your index fingers to wrap the loop all the way around the clear button that's sewn to the dress. When you're in person, you're going to see this a lot more clearly. As you're first getting started in practicing your bustle, you may have trouble finding the loops and buttons on the outside of your lace. Especially with lace, it's a little bit busier, so it's hard to find those little tiny loops. But here's my method on how you're going to cheat. You're going to turn your train inside out like this to the lining and see those little buttons right there on the sides. Let's get a little closer up and I'll show you how there's a button and the bustle thread tied right here to show you on the underside exactly where you're going. Now that you know where you're going from the underside, you're going to see it on all the points, but you're going to ignore this hanger loop here, which is a ribbon. This is from the designer and this is only for hanging up your train on the hanger. You're not going to need that for the bustle. The hanger ribbon is usually on the center back seam, so you're going to look there and put your hand on that button that I just showed you how to find. Now that you've got it, you're going to see it on the lace layer, and now you're going to carefully lift up that loop without damaging the fabric and get your fingers into that pacifier position. Practicing your bustle once it's been sewn in by the seamstress is the #1 key to having a good experience on your wedding day. You're going to use your index fingers to wrap this loop around and practice it while it's on the hanger. I know in this demonstration I've got the bride in her dress, but you do not have to be wearing your dress in order to practice it. On your wedding day, have the person doing your bustle sitting in a chair where you can back up to them. That way, if they're in heels and a pretty dress, they can sit down and work on the bustle. If they have not practiced it before the wedding day, it will be very challenging and they will run into the risk of putting the bustle up wrong. A word of caution, if the bustle is not put up correctly, the weight of the bustle can be unevenly distributed and it can make your bustle break a lot easier. So it's so important to allow them to practice your bustle before your wedding day so they feel confident in knowing where all of the buttons and loops go. This is a good opportunity to time yourself and to know how long will it take to actually put your bustle up start to finish when you're practicing. Now that you have all of the buttons and loops properly placed in your American Bustle, we're going to learn how to smooth out all the little kinks from the bustle. There will be some places in the fabric, like right here, that are sticking out and don't look smooth. So you're going to grab them and karate chop them inward. See how simple that was? Now we're going to continue around and there's going to be another spot here. You're going to take your hand and karate chop it in. Take the fabric and get the desired look that you want from the outside and work your way from left to right, middle to center, back to front, whatever works best for you, as long as you get that smooth look that you're hoping for. The karate chop method is the way to go. If this video was helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give me that thumbs up. Comment below and tell me if you had an American Bustle.